Alright guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be continuing to work on the Corvette. As you know, it is not working. It won't start at all. It won't even try and fire. It just keeps turning and doesn't fire at all. So we're hoping that the part we got, which is the ignition control module, which is right there, will fix the problem. And if it doesn't, we might have to get a new ignition coil, which is a little expensive, but not too bad, being that we had to throw down $300 on the distributor right there, which is a lot. But I'm hoping that is what will fix the problem. And if not, then ignition coil. Alright, so never mind. My grandpa forgot the dielectric grease. Because what it does is that it makes contact with the motor, so the actual part will go to another plate that is on the motor, and that grease will, it's like a conductor, and it will like, I'm not sure exactly what it does, but it's a conductor that'll basically make it work however it does, and then that will actually like start the car and stuff. Which I'm hopeful that is the problem, because the reason why that's not working is because it looks like it literally might be like original to the car. So I'm hoping that's the issue, but I don't know. We'll see. Also, there's been a really bad rattle underneath my truck for a while. So I came under here and figured out that one of the catalytic converters are trying to like rattle really bad. So if you can listen close enough, it'll actually like make a rattle sound, which sounds awful. That one doesn't do it. No. Is it more down there? Let's go to the other side. One of the catalytic converters had this really weird rattling sound, and it got quiet. It got cool enough for me to like bang on it with my hand, so it was like a more dense thing, so just metal to metal. Listen. The other side doesn't sound like that at all, it's this one. So you can hear that rattle. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that, because it doesn't seem like it's like the outer shell, but it is definitely something. Also, it's making a pretty bad sound too, like real bad. Very bad. Why won't this camera focus ever? It never does. Anyway, 4:33. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey everybody. It actually was not the next day. It was actually probably like 3 days later. So I think it's just day 4 right now. We're like roughly there. So I done goofed a little bit, but we're getting to it. I am going to Hutch's right now to get a coffee drink because I'm still really tired, and it's like 1 p.m. right now. So, energy. And then we'll go ahead and start working on the Corvette. got my drink. Now we're gonna go ahead and head right back over to my grandparents. And I don't know why I'm not facing the photo. I'll see you then. All right, we've made it back home. This thing, by the way, is probably gonna be getting rid of here soon because the motor, I feel like, is literally a blown motor I'm driving around. It seems like it, but I don't think it's not because it hasn't had any loss of power. Sure does sound like it. It sounds like crap. So I'm getting about sick and tired of this thing. I've been trying to diagnose this thing for a while, and there's not many problems with it. It's just that it seems like it could be bottom end of motor or transmission problem. And those are two very bad things that I don't want to try and fix right now. I don't want to deal with. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm gonna sell this, try and get a new car, and at least try and get a new car that is more reliable than this thing. Because I'll have this here. So like, it wouldn't be so bad to have some, you know, real like low end, you know, just everyday driver. Alright, anyway, I showed you all multiple times what I was going to do, so let's get right to it. Alright, so I got you pointing straight at where the ignition module, control module is, which is right there. Should be about there. It's kind of hidden by all these hoses right here, but literally, if you see that plug-in right there, that's it right there. So, in this box is the compound, or the grease compound you put in between the ignition control module and the plate that's mounted onto the motor, which will conduct, I'm guessing, some type of electricity or a connection that has a lot to do with communicating with sort of systems to try and start the car. So here's the new one. You can't see it. I don't know if you can see it because I'm dumb and I didn't flip up the screen. There we go. That is the new one right here. And then that is going to be the silver plate that we put this grease compound right here. I don't know if you saw it, so here it is again. Yeah. Alright. That little nut bolt was wedged in there. It's wedged it in there. Oh yeah, buddy. Look, all the grease doesn't exist on that boy no more. Come on, focus, you dumb camera. Do it! There we go. Yeah, there's no grease that exists on that thing anymore. Look how dirty it is too. Well, actually ain't that dirty, but I'm probably going to clean that off because I don't know if you can see from there. You can, you definitely can. But, see all that dirt on that contact plate? That needs to be not there anymore, so we're gonna scrub on that for a bit so we can have a clean install. Alright, I got a warm watered rag. Let's go ahead and start scrubbing that boy. Oh, it can come off. Let's go ahead and start scrubbing that boy. It's like a heat sink. Look. That's the contact that goes onto the literal like block of the motor. Like it is literally the block. It's not another plate on there. It's a block. It is the block. And then it's like this goes in between the module, which will go on there with grease on them. Yeah. You want to clean this real good, real fast though. It looks awful. Looks like there's a bunch of freaking moisture that was caught up in here at some point. Alright, so I later learned that this side doesn't need grease right there. So this side doesn't need any. It's just the imprint of the shape on there. This side though, on the other hand, needs grease because this is what is going to go on like this. So this side is going to go like that inside of it. So and then also we need to grease the pins because apparently my grandpa said that we're supposed to grease the pins because they might corrode at some point, and that is not something we want to happen, especially for the plug. But yeah, let's go ahead and carefully open this bag. Is there a activation or something? Friction zinc. Ensure power is off, yes, or disconnect from electrical components before applying grease to ensure connectors are clean and free of debris. Apply a light coat of dielectrical grease to male and female ends of the connector, or reassemble connector and wipe away any excess grease. Okay, so obviously there's plenty of grease in here and there's no activator instructions, so I'm guessing it is literally just like a computer. It's like thermal grease or something like that, so pretty simple. Okay. I didn't even, that's still halfway done. I have it secure enough to where I can just clean this real fast. There we are. Let's go ahead and wipe that excess out. Only thing we gotta do now is probably just start it up. See if it does fire. If it does, and it sprays coolant everywhere, that means it works. So then that means we'll have to reassemble everything, and we'll have this thing on the road. Well, not really, not yet, because I still want to try and get the this thing here. This is the thermostat, which tells the temperature of the motor and stuff, which is definitely important to have. Anyways, we got it. We did it. Ugh, my back. I'm too tall. All right. It didn't work. So we don't exactly know what is wrong with the car now. We still think it could be ignition coil, because we can still try and test it in the way by disconnecting the ignition, or the, sorry, not the ignition, but one of the spark plugs and the spark plug wire, and we'll have to ground it somewhere on the engine block somewhere and see if there's spark coming out of it. If there's not, that means it could be an ignition coil issue. If there is, it's not an ignition coil issue and it could be a fuel system issue. So we're in a bit of a predicament here. I really hope it's not fuel system, because I know a little more about carbureted motors. I don't know a whole lot about the fuel injection motors. See, you can see the fuel rails in there. This is a fully fuel injected motor, and one way to tell if it is also carbureted, there would be a big old carburetor here. For some performance ones, there would be two, some, like, you know, oval air intake up top, but this is fuel injection. It doesn't have that. It takes air in through this way. So yeah, I don't know what to do. Well, I do know what to do. Just gotta do that. That sucks. That sucks so bad. I was really hoping this would work, because that was original to the motor. Felt like it was gonna work, but nah. Alright, well, in continuation, it might be another couple weeks until we can diagnose this thing properly. Till then, potentially, maybe in another week, we'll go ahead and try and get that thermostat plug onto this wire down here so it can work. I'll throw up a couple photos of it, because I was taking photos to try and locate where the wires are. It's literally snapped in half. The connection is snapped in half. The wires have been melted from the exhaust manifold. Yeah, the thermostat's toast. But we're still working on it. This thing needs a lot of work. I'm not even talking. That's just engine issues. I mean, there's not a whole lot wrong with this thing engine-wise, but there's still, the steering column is bad. The sway bar rubber bushings are bad. It's, every time you try and move around with it, it sways a ton. It feels weird. It feels like you're spinning out, but you're not. Then there's also the windshield wiper motors, or motor, sorry. It's in the middle. They go this way, and then that one goes that way. God damn it, that scared the crap out of me. That was such a weird sound. I was like, what is happening? Am I getting electrocuted? Anyway, windshield wiper motor, and then we also have the heater issue, along with weather stripping. You can literally see straight into the car with that. And also there's barely any right here as well. Nothing there. This weather stripping doesn't even, like, it's not even properly there anymore. And also the cover is not even on properly either. We didn't even glue it on properly. Well, at the time, whenever my grandpa had it, he didn't put it on properly. So, and there's also missing weather stripping over there, which is actually literally doesn't even have that, doesn't have this. This looks worse over there. Need to get new weather stripping over there. Basically, I need to replace all the weather stripping that seals this car up for weather and stuff. So, alright, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and y'all stay safe, don't get sick, flu season, stay good, stay better, and I'll see you later. Bye.